If you ever struggled with focus as an entrepreneur, you've probably tried to fix it with more discipline, better tools, or stricter routines. But for a lot of people, that approach actually makes things worse. In this video, I'll show you 6 principles drawn from martial arts and mindfulness that completely changed how I focus and build businesses. Across 20 plus years as an entrepreneur, I've scaled a consulting firm to 8 figures and sold it to a global media giant. And as an Aikido instructor, I've worked with a broad range of individuals, including some who are neurodivergent, navigating specific and unique challenges as entrepreneurs. Even though they're not often discussed in the same context, martial arts philosophy and mindfulness have a lot in common, and they can both support your success as an entrepreneur. Let me go way back to show you how they helped my entrepreneurial journey. In 10th grade, I fell in love with martial arts, Shotokan karate. My best friend and I made a pact. We would train hard, no excuses. The dojo was a 30-minute walk each way, but we never missed a class. We dreamt of the day we'd tie black belts around our waists, symbols of discipline, mastery, and all the hours we put in. Our sensei, Mamoon, was old school. He had trained in Japan and believed in strict discipline. Every class started and ended the same way, seiza, kneeling in silence, backs straight, eyes closed. If you fidgeted, if your mind wandered, if you didn't train hard, you'd pay for it. Scoldings, grueling push-ups, sit-ups, endless squat walking. But I loved it. Something about the order, the attentiveness, it kept me grounded. It fueled me. Every drop of sweat felt like a step closer to the black belt. And then, just months before my eligibility, my dad ended it. I was falling behind in school, my grades had slipped, he pulled the plug. It took me a long time to realize that even though I never got the belt, something had stayed with me, the discipline, the practice of being present, aware, and clearing my mind before and after major undertakings. That ritual, drilled into me by my strict sensei, became a tool, one I carried into everything I did. And that changed all aspects of my life. I went on to found 7 businesses and earn my 4th degree black belt in the Japanese martial art of Aikido. Both in my businesses and as an Aikido instructor, I have also had the opportunity to work with a broad range of individuals, some of whom faced different types of challenges we refer to broadly as neurodivergence. Now, when I do training and consulting for entrepreneurship, I provide lots of tactical advice on marketing, sales, hiring, and all aspects of operations, but I know from my own journey that none of this is very useful for anyone if you don't start with the right mindset. So the 6 principles of focus and flexibility that I share next, which are drawn from the different realms of Aikido, mindfulness, and cognitive behavioral therapy, can help you build the foundational mindset that is essential for your new business, not only to survive, but also to thrive. These principles apply most closely to service businesses that depend on direct interaction with the clients, but they are very relevant for any kind of venture you may want to start. Principle 1, beginner's mind. The particularly Japanese concept of maintaining the beginner's mind, or Shoshin, has played a key role in my Aikido training and shaped my business mind as well. It means an open, eager, and most importantly, preconception-free attitude. It's about maintaining a sense of curiosity even when you're at an advanced level. It's about consistently engaging in deliberate practice. This principle applies to your entrepreneurial journey in at least 2 ways. The first one, most people get and embody. The second one, not quite. For one, when you start a business, any business, you're going to have to learn many new things related to operations, finance, marketing, sales, service delivery, and client management. If you're not steadily learning in these areas, your business is, I hate to say, unlikely to succeed. For another, and this one I struggled with a lot and see others struggle with, you have to keep learning almost as a beginner, even in the field that you've specialized in. As we get more proficient in our art or craft, many, myself included for a long time, tend to stop being open to advice from others, especially as entrepreneurs, because we think we can move mountains, we think we can figure things out on our own. Or we stop being open to feedback from clients, junior team members who might have a fresh perspective, not to mention from competitors. And that is perhaps the counterintuitive essence of Shoshin. It is the humility and the curiosity of the beginner that allows us to learn, advance, and eventually reach mastery. According to Harvard Business Review, and based on a survey of 3,000 people, 92% credited curious people with bringing new ideas into teams and organizations and viewed curiosity as a catalyst for job satisfaction, motivation, innovation, and high performance. Principle 2, relaxed alertness. This is about staying fully present and aware of yourself, others, and your environment. This is key in business. You have to be an active, highly attentive listener in all situations. While engaging a lead, you have to stay open and alert for new opportunities, reading body language, assessing if the lead is a qualified lead, and who the decision maker is. Now, some neurodivergent people can focus on specialized disciplines in fine detail and to great depth. Don't squelch this talent. Often, business owners, consultants, service providers can offer a service and make money because they have mastered a skill or specialized knowledge that other people or organizations need but haven't had the focus to learn themselves. But the fine level focus is not enough. As a founder, you have to pull back and consider the bigger picture of how your technical skills fit into broader business trends and how you can apply these skills for real, practical business benefits. Principle 3, successive approximation. This principle comes directly from cognitive behavioral therapy, and it is totally applicable to business. It's about not feeling that you have to do everything at the same time or that you have to plan the whole trajectory of a project before you take the first step. Now, I'm not in any way saying that you don't need a business plan for your business. You do, but I've observed that for new businesses, over-planning is as much of a problem as under-planning. Draw a reasonable plan, start and figure things out as you encounter challenges. That's really how most successful businesses start and continue to grow. Reid Hoffman, founder of LinkedIn, said, "If you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you launched too late. I wish I had known this earlier." Principle 4, stay organized. As an entrepreneur, you need your mental energy for client acquisition, service delivery, and taking care of your team. Don't squander it on just keeping track of things, and don't miss opportunities because you don't keep track of things. For general task management, even a basic spreadsheet can go a long way. For sales, use a customer relationship management system or CRM, or you'll forget to follow up with leads and clients, you'll lose track of critical details about them, and you'll lose deals. Here too, even a basic tool like my DIY CRM, a structured Google Sheet, can help you keep a handle on your sales funnel. Organization is always worth the investment. It can be especially critical for some types of neurodivergent founders. External chaos can breed internal chaos, while external organization can support focus and clarity. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, said, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Systems and processes help you stay organized. Principle 5, staying empathetic. Believe it or not, the principle of empathy features prominently, if indirectly, in the practice of Aikido. The very word Aikido means the way of harmonizing energy. It's not about excessive focus on self, and it's not about overwhelming your opponent in every engagement. It's more about redirecting the energy of the attacker and the synergy of the two people engaging. In a consulting and services business, instead of looking at clients in any kind of adversarial way, broaden this narrow perspective and get out of your own head, to put it in a blunt way. Seek instead to understand their motivations and their emotional stake in the engagement with you, and use their energy to find the best solution and derive the best outcomes. Let's conclude with principle 6. It's really the point of martial arts, mindfulness, and good business. It's empowerment. Just as in Aikido, CBT, and other disciplines and philosophies are ultimately about empowering you in meaningful and positive ways, always remember that the best businesses, the best service providers, the best consultants strive at all times to serve their clients in the way that empowers clients the most. If that means providing the service for them long term, do that with excellence and reliability. If that means teaching them how to do something on their own, do your very best to help them learn and master a new capability. If it is somewhere in the middle, stay flexible and give them what they need. And if you're looking for a step-by-step guide and a framework to start your consulting business, I have this video just for that, the ultimate guide to starting a consulting business in this environment.